Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
3 touchdowns, Kate, is a great week for him. But less so when every one of them was matched by an interception. Those turnovers were a part of why they ended up on the losing side of that game. The ball security is what you know he's worked on all week long, and will be on the forefront of his mind.
Finds his man over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll give him a first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. They'll motion a tight end left. From midfield now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Back now, pressure on its way. Brought in by Elliott. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cut out left. Free inside the 30. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Pioneers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. And sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Pioneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for him that could have postseason implications down the line. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second and 3 now. Setting up a throw. This is reeled in by Reed.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On now comes their punter. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Pioneers headed back out on offense as we get a look at their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. This finds Carter complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and that gives them the first. From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. They go play action on first. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. And they send a man in motion. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 6 coming up here. They'll try and throw it here. That's going to be caught by Carter. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And they've got themselves another first and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 19. He has it at the 5. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal. They are throwing it again. And the catch is made for the touchdown. The Pioneers take a 13-0 lead. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one splits the uprights. And the Pioneers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Patterson now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes their offense out again. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Motioning the tight end now. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Buying some time right. He takes it himself. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
First and 10 from the 41. They send a receiver in motion right. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create
space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He does it. Touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Pass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Tight end motioning right. Throwing now off play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll give him a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, so often they say that defense is just reactionary. They're just reacting to what the offense is doing. But I'll tell you what, when you got a defensive call like that, the right personnel, nickel coverage, the right defensive plan, it plays such a huge role in helping take the ball away.
The offense headed back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're set up at the 35 now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That finds Elliott complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give him a first down. Give now to the running back. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. That'll be the end of 1 in this AFC North battle. It's a 14-7 game. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll throw on first. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And we'll see what they do here on second down. They'll throw it again. That one's complete right side. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. That one gains 7. And they'll have first down. Throwing it again here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Still sticking with the passing game. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Back now, pressure on its way. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Amendola able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Brown with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here's a throw. This is reeled in by Jackson. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it'll be their football. Now this offense ready to head back out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Looking for a throw here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Reed's got it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a... Some call it automatic, but it's... Back when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 36. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll run here on 1st down. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing from the gun here. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So it's the 2-minute warning from Honolulu. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They're throwing it. Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to the air here. He brings it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First throw for the backup now. The back's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. These guys get some late points and the lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Pass now to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Davis there to grab it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Dropping back to throw. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So we've reached halftime. Only a field goal game so far. Now we'll head back to the lower 48. Check in with Jonathan Coachman at our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Armadillos trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. C.J. Stroud, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounced back from the defeat on opening weekend. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same
to kick this
after
away.
the break.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Pioneers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
He's dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. 1st and 10 from the 41. Running back, motioning right. To the air now on 1st and 10. On target to Jackson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. 16 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Right up the gut. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 32. That's going to be caught by Carter. And they take him down right along the 30. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Their offense ready to take the field now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Pass play now. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New set of downs for him at the 38. They motion the tight end over. They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
That'll be complete to Elliott. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. They'll send their tight end right. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack. Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Brown with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Trying the right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. from the 24. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Throwing from the gun. That one's complete, right side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down. Back to throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's now a handful of sacks for the defense and a handful of bruises for the quarterback. Consider this, Kate. Truly elite defenses in this league, well, they average just over 3 sacks a game during an entire season. You put up 5 in a contest, you're playing like one of the league's best.
Fair catch made here at the 30. The Pioneers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. On 1st down, they'll run. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Takes off right out of the read option. And he's only going to get down to the 47 on a short gain. Only a yard on the play, and that takes us to the end of quarter number 3. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete out to the right.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Throwing now, needing a 1st. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He gets 6 on that play, and that'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Running it now out of the gun. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll throw it. That one's incomplete over the middle.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He's got it to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. And we're going to stop for a minute here. Looks like the back was injured after handling that carry, so we'll check on his status after this break. Offense to the line for second down. Throwing now from the gun. Connects with Cook. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Back to throw now. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he lost the football. It's picked up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Look, we can spin positive here, Brock. You take away the ending, and that drive was outstanding. It was everything they were hoping for. Unfortunately, all that work and effort, it's gone.
Hey, Kate, Cal, how important were those finals?
Pretty important.
Yeah, so was that ball security right there.
The offense getting set to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback drawing power for it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Typically, the only way you're going to stop a fullback on a short yardage situation is to stop him before he could ever get started.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 1. And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Hits his running back.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Another drive coming up for this offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 28. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They go play action on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
The give here on 2nd. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. He gets him 8 yards, but they still need 12 now on 3rd down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Honolulu. These guys leading by 6. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now a give on the counter. And he's hit at the line of scrimmage. The run outside returns nothing. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Punter on now, and he gets into this one. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now outruns their offense to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Slot man in motion right. He'll look to throw it. He'll get this one to Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. Running back sent in motion. Setting up to pass. Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Throwing now. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Back out runs their offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It was a great effort from our winners as we say aloha from Honolulu.